Hey, it's Mark. Welcome to Single Car Garage. Doing a few things in the shop today. Let me show you what I'm working on. When this car was painted, they just painted up to the edge. They primered, and then when they taped it off, instead of painting the whole back of the door, they painted right up to the edge. Well, when you've got your upholstery on there, you can see a little bit of edge of that primer. So what I'm going through is just taking a paintbrush and painting the edge black. So when the material's on there, since it's going to be black, you won't notice any of that. So let's get to it and finish that. What I'm using for those edges is just regular spray paint. I take it, spray it in a cup, and then use what I've got to use. So it's better than breaking out a pint or a quart of black paint. So let me get these finished. Man, I'll tell you, I cannot paint anything without getting paint all over me. Let me put a little bit of thinner in here. Actually, acetone. All right, let's go over here and look at the finished product. So here's what it looks like when the edges are painted. So when we get our panel back up there, we won't see those white edges. And I don't know why. Again, whoever painted this car, I got some questions for them. I'm not a professional, but man, oh man, I'm better than what they do. Why they didn't overlap that about 2 inches, and that way they knew the panels were going back on there. But they just taped them off about a 1/4 inch around the frame, which left too much primer showing. Don't make any sense whatsoever. What I think was they were just didn't want to clean up around those door frames before they painted. Instead of taking a sander and cleaning around those door frames about 2 inches in, and it didn't have to be smooth because your panel's going over it. About 1/8 of an inch shows around the edge, so it really didn't make a friggin' bit of difference. Other than it would have been easier when they were going to put the interior back in. Of course, they were not putting the interior back in, so I'm sure they didn't think about that. But and every painter makes a mistake, but I've seen several mistakes on this car that I just don't understand how it happened or why it happened if they were in a good shop. Like I said, if a 10 is a perfect painter, I put myself somewhere around that 6.5, 7 mark. I'm a pretty decent painter. I paint without a paint booth. I paint pretty clean paint jobs. There might be a few specks of dirt here and there occasionally. But I'm not painting in a paint booth. This and the body work in this, again, not anything I would do. And I've been doing body work on my own for 40 years now. And I've been taught by some of the best. And once I got taught a better way of doing it, I never went back to a cheaper way of doing it. And again, I'm not the best, but I'm pretty sure I could have done a lot better job than they did. And one of the things I noticed on some of their body work, they use a lot of glazing compound that a lot of body shops do glaze over. You can make it smoother, it's easier, but it's a softer product. And I was taught when I was 21 years old not to use that. Now, occasionally I have used it on an area I just did not think it would make a difference. Might be on the interior, on a glove compartment, or something like that. But on the outside of the cars, I use a body filler until I get to that point, and then use the 2K filler primer to fill up any, I don't leave any imperfection that has to be filled with any kind of glazing putty. But glazing putty's soft and it'll chip off, and there's a spot on this car that it was put in an area that has a little bit of flexibility to it, and it chipped. And that will happen. So And then the taillights are, you know, I've got to go back and redo them eventually. It's not something that I'm going to do right now because I've got a process I'm working on. So, hey, instead of talking about this old car, let me see what I'm going to do next, and I'll get back to you, okay? Hold on right there. Hey, we're working on kick panels, and I already have my kick panel cut out, and I already have my foam glued to it. So I just sprayed my foam, and what I want to do is put this on here, and then once it dries real good, we will finish all the edges. Awesome. Let me run over here and get some glue, and I'll be right back. Hey, I'm back. Evidently, where I laid this on the, I did a lot of foam last night and put it on the backer pad, the back plates or the cardboard, and laid on the floor and put some wood on it to keep it pressed down. And evidently, that glue soaked through the foam from the back side to the front side and leaked a little bit on the floor. I did this earlier and laid it down flat with the board on top of it, and guess what? Some of the glue that was on the floor got on the vinyl, but easy to clean up. A little bit of acetone, rub it till the glue comes off, and you'll be able to see the glue. And then what you'll want to do once you get this thing glued up on the back side is put a little bit of conditioner on it, because it's that acetone will take a little bit of it. It'll make it dry. That's what'll happen. So, got that cleaned off good. Now we got to go back and spray some glue right here. And then we'll fold this over and glue it down with a clip. So, I went to get the glue just a minute ago, and I think I set it down. So let me go over here and get it real quick. Hold on. You know, I usually get my glue at Walmart, which I usually use General Trim Adhesive. Nobody had that in stock. I had to go to the parts house and get the Super Trim Adhesive. And hey, it's only $16 a can. This is less than 10. And this works great from Walmart. The best price you'll get. So if you ever need it, that's probably where I'd go get it, if you feel like fighting the lines. Now this stuff dries a little bit faster and tacks up a little bit faster. So what I've got is a piece of cardboard down here that I'll spray against so I don't get it all over the floor or on any tools or anything. So let me spray a couple of sides of this. All right, we got it sprayed. And what we'll do is take these clips, we'll bend the fabric over where we want it, and then clipping them. A couple things you can do. You can run a paint stick down through here and clip them, and it kind of keeps the indentions of these clips out of your fabric, or you can clip them individual. This is going to be down by the feet where it's not that noticeable, and that indention comes out in time. A little bit of warm weather, and that vinyl loosens right up. So as I'm finishing that, let's go over here and I'll show you something else. Wanted to show you my other kick panel. I finished it. Now I've still got to screw it in tight here. That's not going to be a problem. That looks like our paint's drying good, so we can go ahead and start putting our panel on there. What I found out the difference between general adhesive and the super trim adhesive is it dries fast, very fast. I mean, it just sprayed on there just a couple of seconds ago on this end, and it is ready to go. So, only thing we really had to clamp was the corners and let them dry a few extra seconds, and they should be done. There's the front side of it. Now, where that you have areas cut, like this round area, see where I did relief cuts and then just stretched it right over after it was glued, and then when you turned around the front, can't tell it. So we'll let that finish drying before we install it. I'm going to position my door panel where I want it. And like I said, 4 screws up this side, 4 screws up this side, 4 screws across the top, and 4 across the bottom. And then we'll have this where we want it, and we can go ahead and finish putting all our additives on it. And I've got to cut this out. Have not cut a template out for this yet, so we can cut a cardboard backer that will go up there also. So let me get this where it's going to go and get the holes drilled, and I'll get back with you as soon as I get all that done, okay? Okay, I got that bottom panel on. There's the kick plate and the side panel. I think it looks real good in there. And there it is with the door open. Okay, what I've got to do is hold a panel up here and trace out this top so I can cut it. And then it will go around this with to be honest with you, I don't know. I was going to use this fabric, but then when it's up against this, I don't know how much it's going to be messing with it. So as far as the look wise, will it flow? I love what I got now. I don't necessarily want this pattern up here, but it flows into that pattern, so I don't know if there's going to be another way around it. That might be the best way I've got to do. So we'll see on that. But let me get this cut out, and then I will go from there. Just to show you something real quick here. This panel, I cut this in. This panel, the panels are 42 by 38, something like that. This panel I cut where I would have it long enough. The other one I just didn't think was long enough edge of door. It turned out good, but it could have been a little bit better. Then I'm going to make a little to go on here, and it'll fasten down to there where it should be. So both sides are going to be made different. Depending on which side I like the best, I'll probably go back and remake the other side, but you're not going to be able to tell it. So door panels and the dash, I've got $100 in. That's pretty good considering it was probably be somewhere $500 to $1,000 to go to the poster shop. So I'll have the front of the car done, then I'll start kind of deciding what I want to do on the back. But again, man, I'm pretty proud of that. Pretty proud of that. I can't say that enough. So today I've spent 25 minutes looking for drill bits. and about 15, 20 minutes looking for the knives that I was using. So I'm going to stop here and do a little bit of cleanup and find all my tools and get everything together so I can hit this thing again and get it finished up. So, hey, thanks for joining me, and come back and see me.